You cannot heal in the same environment where you got sick. Hello, my internet friends. Welcome to my channel, Mary's Cup of Tea. So it's been a little bit since I filmed a video, but right now I am at my mom's house in Arizona, which is why the environment's a bit different. But I recently started exercising quite a bit. Sorry, it's just my dog. I don't think he likes the word exercise. This kind of inspired me to make a video talking about exercise and eating disorder recovery. So once you've already committed to recovery, maybe you are in treatment or in an outpatient treatment, or maybe you are just seeing a therapist and trying to work through all this yourself. Either way, I think the part of exercise is really, really important to address, because a lot of us go from exercising 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day, and then in recovery, depending on where you're at in your journey and what exactly you're struggling with, exercise may be something that you either put on hold or don't really know how to handle because it's triggering. So I've kind of broken this down into a 3-step process where, depending on what phase you're at, it's really important to walk through these 3 steps before you decide to do full-on exercise again. So let's get started. I have everything written out. Hopefully it'll be short and sweet, but you guys know me, I'm a total talker, but I really like talking to you guys. So the first step to take once you've already committed to recovery is first stop all exercise altogether. I know that sounds so scary, but at least for a moment, even if it's just for a week, you kind of have to get out of this stereotypical gym environment where you're doing hardcore exercise, where it's all about calories in, calories out, because this place can be really, really triggering. So this could actually hinder your recovery if you don't stop going to the gym. And one way that I remember this is this phrase: you cannot heal in the same environment where you got sick. So likely the gym or extreme exercise was a part of the illness. So we can't be putting ourselves in that environment, running 5 miles a day or working out for 2-3 hours a day and then expect us to get better, because it's still that same environment that perpetuates this whole idea of working out to get smaller, which is not the goal in recovery. Hopefully you guys know that. And it also goes with, if you are in a stereotypical gym environment, there's like old friends there, old people with their old expectations. From my personal experience, this was not conducive to recovery. So first, just stop that stereotypical environment altogether. And then if you really miss it, I really encourage you to maybe switch gyms, or find a different style of workout, or find a new workout partner that makes you feel really good. First, I think it's really, really important to just like stop that, at least for a moment, and breathe before you keep exercising. Because you can't be doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. So if our goal is to heal, we gotta like take a breath for a moment. I know it may sound a little bit scary and out there, especially if working out has been a part of your life for so long, but I promise it'll get better. So the second step is to get used to movement as a way of expressing love for your body. So notice how I say movement here instead of exercise. So this is the word that I still hang on to, that I still usually use in place of exercise. This idea of movement is much more freeing, and it really embodies healing, because our bodies are supposed to move. Like, we all know that movement feels good, that working out, exercising, like you get these endorphins afterwards, your head is so clear. But that's not necessarily coming from that one workout routine that you're doing that some trainer or somebody online told you to do. It's coming from you moving your body in a way that feels good to it. So here's the main takeaway I want you to get from this video. Your body is not an image. So we hear this thing called body image, and I use it for simplicity's sake because it's like how you see yourself. But we gotta shift from how you see yourself into how you experience yourself. So this is a whole different realm. And so if we talk about the body as an experience, then movement is something that can enhance that experience. So this is where you start thinking of things that are gonna enhance your physical experience in your body, that are gonna make you feel more you, more alive, and more free. So these are things like maybe you do light yoga a few days a week. And I say light because we're not doing like the crazy hot yoga sculpt, because that goes back to the old beliefs of like harder is better and more is better and sweating more is better. I'm talking about light yoga that really gets you to feel in your body. So it's also a form of meditation. Meditation comes in here. Now I know for a lot of you guys, meditation is not movement, and you think of meditation as sitting like this, but it can be. You can be doing light yoga and meditating. You can be walking outside and meditating. You can be sitting and focusing on experiencing your body as opposed to always seeing your body. So this was really, really transformational for me, is realizing that my body is not an image. It's so much more than that. It's an experience. So bring in things that are gonna enhance that experience. Light yoga, walking, a slight jog, maybe you're biking, or you're doing things with your friends, or laughter. Laughter totally counts. These are things that get you to feel more in tune with yourself and more like trusting your body's wisdom. Now there's a catch here. All these things that you're doing moving forward, no trackers. I mean, no calorie trackers, no miles trackers, none of the numbers. Because as human beings, we really do get attached to numbers. It's one of those things that kind of just sends us in that spiral. And because most of us are in recovery or thinking about recovering, you know exactly what I'm talking about by having this attachment to numbers. So this is why I really encourage you to go outside instead of the treadmill, because sometimes you can't turn that treadmill off. If you are on a treadmill, like put a towel over it. Really, really focus on doing what's best for you in that moment, which is experiencing your body in a loving, loving way. The third step, this is where you get to start. This is where you're really, really in recovery, or perhaps you're already consider yourself recovered. This is where you make movement fun, where you start getting stronger, where you start setting goals for yourself that have nothing to do with your weight. And I'm talking about like, maybe you want to do yoga 4 days a week, and it's only because you know that yoga enhances your experience in your body, and it's a loving way to move for your body. It's not a crazy yoga challenge where you're trying to lose as much weight as possible. Or maybe you've always wanted to run a 5K. So this is a good time once you're already really, really mentally strong and mentally there. This is that place where you start setting these goals that, yes, they're physical goals, but they're more goals that are like more accomplishments and achievements that don't have anything to do with your weight or how your body looks per se. So this is where you can start getting really creative, maybe involving friends and family, writing down a list of things that you've always wanted to do. Adventuring, this is a really good place to do this, like hiking, adventures. One of my personal goals is to hike the Grand Canyon, and right now it's really about the adventure and experiencing that, because I see all these pictures and they're so beautiful. Whereas if you would have talked to me 5 years ago, I would have thought of like hiking as the Grand Canyon, like, oh, it's gonna burn so many calories and I'm gonna be so fit, and I had this image of me in my sports bra and how I looked hiking the Grand Canyon. But now it's not about that. So phase 3 is where you start really, really embracing your body as this like physical vessel that allows you to experience more of yourself. So that is really all I have for you today. I guess I did keep it short and sweet. Yay, Mary. So hopefully this helps you. Make sure to walk through all 3 phases. So first, You stop the stereotypical gym exercise environment altogether. Second, you get used to movement as a way to experience your body. And you're coming away from the whole body image. It's more about how you experience your body rather than how you see your body. And then phase 3 is where you start setting goals that make you stronger body, mind, and spirit. So these goals are creative, they're fun, they're enjoyable, and they're solely for the sake of experiencing your body more and not for the sake of losing weight or looking a certain way. In regards to my personal experience, right now I'm kind of in phase 3. So right now for the summer, I'm really set on adventuring as much as possible, and I'm really set on being a little bit more consistent. And something that I have to remind you guys is consistency doesn't mean every single day. So for me, consistency looks like 3 days a week. So right now I go to the gym because I mentally feel strong enough to handle that environment. I go to the gym about 3 days a week, and I go to a completely brand new gym where I don't know anybody, nobody knows me, nothing really triggers me, just because I'm in a whole different place mentally. So for me, it's about building some strength in my legs, so that way I can go on all these beautiful hikes, hiking the Grand Canyon, having the endurance. I love going on runs, but my runs, I don't really tend to push my body as much. It's really not about running for a long time because I want to lose weight. It's really like, I really like running and it feels good, but I only do it up to a point where it feels good, and then I walk or then I go home. So sometimes I'm outside for 10 minutes, sometimes I'm outside for 30, 40 minutes. So hopefully that kind of gives you an example and an idea of what exercise looks like when you're already recovered, because it's really easy to fall back into old patterns, and I don't want you guys to go through that. So hopefully this video helps. Let me know by commenting below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I'm excited to be creating more and more YouTube videos for you guys. So if at any point you have any ideas for a video or you want me to talk about something in particular, please leave a comment down below. And as always, subscribe to my channel because it helps me help you, and I love you guys. Mwah.
Look at me now, I guess the doubts